Tansi, Nito Timtek, Tanis Peranto, Nitsi Gasang, Naya Apitawigo Season, Sagitawag Nitsotzin. Hello, everybody out in Facebook land. My name is Tanis Peranto. I am a member of the Métis Nation of Alberta from Peace River, where I currently am right now. And I'm here to open up the Facebook Live weekly updates today. I'm helping Sheldon Raymore out, who usually does these every week, who you should be able to see on the screen with me. And I'm just checking in with our Facebook Live. So we're doing something different today. We're on Zoom, a Zoom meeting, but streaming to Facebook Live. So we're going to be sharing some things with you, weekly updates and some fun facts and things that are going on in Indian country and the usual things that Sheldon talks about on Sundays. But we're doing it through Zoom so we can share pictures and things as well. But feel free to comment and share and talk with us on Facebook too, because we're keeping an eye on the comment section as well. So first things first, we usually share some information about things going on in Indian country that our staff send to us. So I'm going to pull that up. Something that I actually found to be quite nice recently was, I'm in Canada right now. I'm usually based in New York, but I pay a lot of attention to CBC Indigenous on Facebook, and CBC posted 10 documentaries on Indigenous life in Canada that are available to watch. I'm not sure the platform, definitely on CBC Gem in Canada, but they might also be on things like Netflix and other streaming sites. But some of those movies that are documentaries that are out there right now, one is called Colonization Road, Sober House, a sign of change in Cree Nation. It's a short documentary. Biggity and Biggity, also another short doc. This is all on their CBC documentaries website as well. You can look up and find. Nipawistamasoin, We Will Stand Up, a court documentary about Colton Bushi. And Searching for Winnetou, I've actually seen this one and I recommend it, from Drew Hayden Taylor, goes to Germany to meet some Indian enthusiasts, they call them. Angry Inuk, also available. Life in the City of Dirty Water, Trapped in a Human Zoo, Indictment, The Crimes of Shelley Chartier. And so those are all on the CBC website, also on their Facebook page. And something else that I came across from nativenewsonline.net was the NCAI, which is the National Congress of American Indians, came out with a statement on the removal of the Christopher Columbus statues. So this was published yesterday on the 13th out of Washington, and it says, in the wake of protests in the aftermath of George Floyd's police killing in Minneapolis, a movement to remove Confederate soldiers and Christopher Columbus statues has spread in several cities. In Boston, a group cut the head off a Columbus statue. In Richmond, Virginia, a Columbus statue was torn down and thrown into a lake. And on Thursday, at the Minnesota State Capitol, members of the American Indian movement put a rope around the neck of a Columbus statue and toppled it face down. A flatbed hauled the statue off to an undisclosed location. And on Saturday, the National Congress of American Indians issued the following statement. The NCAI, the largest and most representative American Indian and Alaska Native organization in the country, does not acknowledge Christopher Columbus as a hero. To Indigenous peoples, he was the opposite. And there's more to read in that story if you go to nativenewsonline.net in their current events. So that's just a little bit of information that happened over this last week. And I will go over some events that are coming up. So there are events that I lead. On Tuesday, we have Tuesday and Thursday at noon EST, we have a Fit Native live TV workout class that I teach. It's open to all abilities. I make modifications. If you can't do the harder version of the exercise, I show you an easier version and an even easier version after that. So if you have to sit in a chair and do your workout, you can do that too. I show you ways to do that. So if you're non-weight bearing or if you have bad knees, there are ways that you can still join and move with us. It's really important, I feel like, to now more than ever, because we're all self-isolating and stuck at home, it's a good opportunity too to take some time to get a workout in and get into a workout routine. So that's every Tuesday, Thursday. And we do have some incentives for you to join us. There's two ways you can join us. You can join me on Zoom in the private Zoom meeting. You don't have to turn your video on. You can keep it off. And then I'm also starting to stream me teaching to Facebook Live as well. I did that on Tuesday, and you can see that on our Facebook page. I tried doing it on Thursday, but it didn't connect. Sometimes space doesn't agree with us and doesn't allow the connection. But all of the workout classes are also on our YouTube page. You just go to YouTube and search for American Indian Community House and you'll find that. All of our programming is actually all archived on YouTube as well. So you'll find our social justice series, our elder storytelling, our native theater will all be on our YouTube as well. So with Fit Native, we were doing contests for the top 3 attendees for one set of 4 classes and then a second set of 4 classes. Those top 3 attendees will get a t-shirt and a reusable mask. And I will show you what some of those t-shirts look like. Here is one of the women's versions. Comes in all different colors. We have white, we have a turquoise, we have a green. And then we also have a men's version. Did that come up? Is the green one there? So if you come join Fit Native, you can be, if you're one of the top attendees, you can win one of these t-shirts and a reusable mask. So that's every Tuesday, Thursday at noon, about 45 minutes. There's a warm-up, a short warm-up, and then about a 15 to 20 minute workout, circuit style, and a little bit of strength training in there to get your heart rate up. It's a good full body, well-rounded workout. And then we do a cool down after, and I give the opportunity for people to ask questions if they have anything specific to them that they would like to ask. And then Tuesday night, we have a social justice series, which is led by Tatiana Benally. And Tatiana has sent us some information about Indian country this past week too, which I'll just read for you. This is also from nativenewsonline.net. If you don't follow them, you should, because they are a native news station and that we are not, but we like to let people know what they have posted because they post very current and important updated information. Tatiana writes, an online movement to remove a statue of General George Armstrong Custer in Southeast Michigan is gaining traction. An online petition posted on change.org is asking for the removal of the statue that is named the George Armstrong Custer Equestrian Monument, also known as Citing the Enemy. The statue is located in the city of Monroe, where Custer spent his childhood and met his future wife. With racist statues going down all over the world, this is good news for Indian country. So once again, that's from nativenewsonline.net, and it's the petition to remove George Armstrong Custer statue in Michigan. And a fun fact that Tatiana pulled from the internet for us is there's an event on Eventbrite. It says the Bay Mills Indian Community, and there's an Anishinaabe word that I don't know how to pronounce, and I don't want to butcher it, but you can see it on the website, will host a virtual VAWA and ICWA training. So VAWA is Violence Against Women Act. ICWA is the Indian Child Welfare Act. So this is a training from August 5th to the 7th this year, streamed digitally via Zoom. The conference invites law enforcement officials, attorneys, and social work advocates from all communities to look forward from domestic violence. And this training is also tuition free. It is a multidisciplinary training geared toward child welfare and domestic violence advocates to implement effective service and advocacy strategies in cases involving child welfare, domestic violence, or both. And you can register at the link on Eventbrite. Just search for a virtual VAWA and ICWA training for the free tickets. And Tatiana hosts our social justice series every Tuesday, and she has a new panel and a discussion every week. And this week, she has an update, and I'm going to hand it over to Sheldon, who is going to tell you about what's happening Tuesday night.
Thank you, Tanis. Join us this Tuesday as we talk with relatives from Mashpee Nation about the recent court ruling win and the work that still lies ahead to ensure justice for Mashpee Nation. As Chairman Cromwell of Mashpee Nation states, while we are pleased with the court's findings, our work is not done. The Department of Interior must now draft a positive decision for our land as instructed by Judge Friedman. We will continue to work with the Department of the Interior and fight them if necessary to ensure our land remains in trust. Hashtag stand with Mashpee, and come back on Tuesday and you can join us right here on Zoom and Facebook Live for that. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Sheldon. So on Wednesday, we have our Sacred Spaces event. It's a weekly recurring event. It's called Honoring Our Elders and Our Stories of Living Culture. Sometimes we call it Elder Storytelling. And this is a series that we feature one elder every week, and we talk to them and hear them tell their stories about their history in New York City, in their life. And we give opportunities to interact with the elders and ask questions. This is for anyone who would like to learn the history and wisdom of our elders in New York City and the Northeast and even beyond. We've had guests from outside of New York City as well. And it's just, it's a conversation between an elder guest of honor and some community house staff and the people who join us on Zoom. So you can join two ways. You can join us on Zoom with the link to be involved in the meeting, or you can watch on Facebook Live because we do stream as well to Facebook Live. And as I mentioned before, all of our previous editions are on our YouTube channel. So you can go watch them there. There's plenty there now. I think there's around 7 or 8 different editions there, various elders that we've had, because New York City has a very rich history of Native presence and has the highest population, excuse me, of urban Indians in the country. And we know this because of the census. And as people who live in Lenapehoking, it is important for us to take the time to get to know the elders who have been here for many years, who've been here before us, and to listen to their stories and what their experiences have been and what they continue to be today. So that is our Sacred Spaces Elder Storytelling, 5 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday nights. And then on Thursdays, excuse me, we have Native Theater Thursdays. This is a collaboration between the American Indian Community House, the Indigenous Futurism Initiative, and the First Nations Theater Guild and the Eagle Project. And we're presenting Native Theater Thursdays in an official partnership, as we are dedicated to revitalizing traditional and contemporary stories and uplifting the voices of our people through professional development and promotion to advance artistic careers and our living culture. All very important. And to support our Native artists and our Native artist economy in Mannahatta, especially because a lot of our artists have been out of work and have lost gigs because productions are shut down, theater productions are shut down, film and TV productions are shut down, and beyond performing as well, different mediums of artists as well, we're trying to support through this time of the pandemic when we can't be in person with each other. So through the arts and continued opportunities, our plan is to continue to work together to sustain and continue to self-determine our futures through this pandemic. And we have a slogan that Yaguahine Oaks came up with, like fry bread, we rise, and we, the community house, stand with you. And we do this with support from the New York City Census 2020, the Noble Foundation, New York Women's Foundation, the Mannahatta Fund, Decolonize Wealth, Edgar Villanueva COVID Emergency Relief Fund, and all of our individual ally donations. We're very grateful. We thank you and remain humble and grateful each day for your support. So Native Theater Thursdays, we do a live play reading at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time. This week's play is to be determined. We have one that is a potential play that's happening, but we're not going to announce it yet because it's not confirmed. And then that you can watch streamed on Facebook Live. So we don't do a Zoom for that for attendees, but you can just watch the play on our Facebook Live. So anytime we do a Facebook Live, if you follow us on Facebook, you'll get a notification that the American Indian Community House has started a live video, and then you just click that and it'll bring you to the current live video that just started, like this one. And then Thursday is also Native Fit Native at noon again, so don't forget that. But Fridays, we have a new program for the month of June on Friday nights at 7 p.m. In honor of Pride Month. It is our Two-Spirit and Indigiqueer Bingo. So we are presenting a virtual bingo, and the description is that it is glitter fabulous wow in the POW event. Come to the virtual wigwam for a night of celebration and bingo. Every Friday, it is hosted by a Two-Spirit Indigiqueer guest during June. This past Friday, 2 days ago, we had Landa Lakes, who was fabulous, and it was super fun. It's always really fun. It's a safe space, and there's chances to win amazing prizes. We have t-shirts, we have tank tops, we have Pride-themed ones for the month of June, beadwork, a lot of different community house swag that you can win. That is every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. So that way you join via Zoom. You have to be on the Zoom. We don't stream that to Facebook Live yet. It is open to everyone. Because we wanted to do this program because the community house was founded in 1969, the same year as the Stonewall Rebellion. And the community house celebrates its two-spirit, queer, lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual, fluid, transgender, genderqueer, non-binary, and gender non-conforming Indigenous community members. So for the month of June, Community House is starting ongoing programming, Two-Spirit Indigiqueer programming that is welcoming and open to the whole Native community to bring everyone together. We want to create Native, culturally grounded spaces that are affirming to all our nations, gender identities, and sexual orientations. So please join us for the important arts, cultural, educational, environmental, political, health, and wellness programming that celebrates all our peoples and intersecting marginalized communities and movements. So that is the information behind Friday's important events. Saturday, we don't have any programming. Sometimes we do have Wellbriety, but we're at this point, we're not confirmed with it this week. If it does happen, we will let you know. And then, oh, sorry, there's a printer going off next to me. Somebody in my house is printing something and it's right next to me. I apologize for the loud noise, the joys of working from home. Sunday, we have which is today. We already had it earlier today, but every Sunday from noon to 2 p.m., we have another version of Sacred Spaces, but it is a private talking circle. It's called Honoring Our Elders Talking Circle. This is an event that page 2 is printing now. It is a place for a community to honor our elders through these uncertain times. And as a community, we will be claiming time to check in with one another. We talk about our journeys, catch up with friends, share insights and good medicine to strengthen each other's spirit in unity. And we also play bingo during our talking circle as well. It's open to American Indian Community House members, and it is called Honoring Our Elders Talking Circle, page 3. But there is no limit. There's no age limit or requirement. It's just for community members to check in with each other and stay connected during this time of self-isolation. It is important to check in with our community always, and especially our elders, who are some of the most vulnerable during this time. And it's extremely important, especially as we're navigating through this uncharted territory. We've already lost very dear members of our community to the virus. And our elders need us now more than ever. Page 4. I think that is all the events for the week. Sheldon, is there anything on Facebook? Do you want to pop in here? I'm going to mute myself.
I think you did a great job. Thank you, Tanis, for joining us this week. And everybody tune in for next week for our Sunday Facebook Lives from 3 to 3:30. And you all take care and have a safe week out there, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Oh, page 5. Bye, everybody.